Let's start in that link. Hang on. No. Let me start. Walk away. Thank you. So can anyone hear me? Okay. So I've never done this. This is my first one, and I'm so nervous, but it's totally fine. I tried to do this on M's account, but it didn't work out. So, but it's fine now. It's totally fine. We can do the birthdays, like M said, for the first 10 minutes of this. And I do want to introduce myself and say that I am Olivia, and I'm a 4K leader. And this month makes a whole year that I've been with this tribe. So that's huge. And I'm a single mom, and I want to just kind of let you guys know who I am so it's not awkward. And let's not do that. Stop. And like I said, I joined last July, and I'm running after 12K, of course. That's huge. I think personally for me, I think that's the most important rank for me. I think it really changes you as a person, and you grow a lot from 4K to 12K. I think that's like the first chapters is so huge in your business. And I'm an open book. You can ask me any questions. I love to share my story. I've become really passionate about my product story, about who I am as a person, and incorporating that with the business. And one thing I heard when I first got started was, like, you want to share about your life, and you want to make Thrive, it's like a TV show. Thrive is the commercials. So you want to go in and out with how the business is, working in your life, but you want to share you. You want to share your process, you want to share your goals, and you want to share your story, and get used to doing that. And for me, I'm finally starting to get used to that after a year. So it's definitely a process. But I'm going to set a timer. We've done birthdays for a little bit so far, so let's finish that up. And as far as birthdays here lately, what I've been doing is sending them a message directly instead of getting on their page. And I think for me, that's more personable, and maybe you can start a conversation, ask them if they have any plans for their birthdays, and start building those relationships with people. So that's what I've been doing. And I also just kind of want to make this recommendation to you guys. If you are in your first 14 to 30 days, I would recommend that you go follow like 5 or 10 leaders. I have a list of people that I can share with you guys if you want to know any of the, like 40K, 12K and above, maybe even 4K, just go and look at their profile, because it's going to give you some ideas for content, and it's going to put things into perspective about what you need to be sharing about, and just kind of grab little snippets from each leader so you can start creating your own story and your own content. So I do want to share that. And we're going to take these next 15 minutes to add to our network on Facebook or Instagram. You can go back and forth if you want to choose. I'm going to choose 15 people to add, to follow on each platform. Think of a number in your head, round up number, and go follow those people, go add those people with intention. You want to do someone that you can relate to, somebody that you have interest in, that can add value to your Facebook or your Instagram. So I'm going to set my timer, 15 minutes. And guys, on Facebook, whenever I'm adding people, it's usually from groups that I'm in, and from, people that I'm interacting with, or people that are saying something that I can relate to, or people that I have interest in. And I always like click on their name. And what Facebook does is it shows you the things that you guys have in common. And it shares the things that they like and their interests. And I'm always like to see what their last posts were in that group, or if there's something in there that, I can relate to. But if it's not, and if it's not something that aligns with my brand, I just keep going. So I do want to share that. So we have about 9 minutes left. If you guys want to go back and forth to Instagram and Facebook, you can totally do that. Okay, one more minute and we can start adding, or not adding to our network, I'm sorry, replying to stories. We just did that on Facebook and Instagram both. At least 2 or 3 words. Be genuine. That's helped me a lot. We'll do that for about 10 minutes. And Philip, I don't know if that is to me directly or just to anybody who's on the Zoom, but I'm just going to go ahead and touch on that. Personally, I follow anybody that's a part of my brand, anybody that I can relate to, even if they're in a business. I love supporting women and men. I love supporting them from my perspective. I think it's a good thing, and it helps you grow. And I do want to ask any of you guys if you are currently listening to any podcasts or reading any books or anything, if you can drop them in the chat for some people that are actually looking to find some of those. I personally love our team page, and it's got a lot of those in there, and I've tagged some of my newbies in those posts, and I've showed them like what has helped other women and what's helped them get to where they're at. So if there's anything currently that you're using, if you want to share that so some people can pick up on that, maybe screenshot it or write it down so that they can I know Em was talking about Amanda Francis the last couple days, and that's one that I've just started, and it's really good. If anybody else wants to share anything, yeah, thank you. And with story replies, we can also engage on our newsfeed on Instagram too. Just kind of go down and utilize the features that Facebook has and Instagram has. For me, I like to react to certain posts if I want to like say it's funny or if I want to love it. Those boost your algorithm, and I think that when you do that, it helps people see your stuff. So you can do that while you're replying to stories. And if there's anybody that hasn't been active in the last 30 days, you can always go in and take those off, take those people off. No, baby. No, we can't do that. Where's your tablet? Oh, Mama's got it. I'm gonna put it on, okay? Okay. Yeah, I know it. Just go play with your tablet, okay? Don't get in the sink, all right? Ready? Which one? Okay. Hold on. Okay. There you go. Here. Yes, I know it. Hold on to it. Okay. What you do? Lincoln, here. Here's your favorite. Hold on to it. Oh. And I want to tell you guys something as well about incorporating like your day and your life and getting used to sharing your story. The more you do it, the more it's just going to come natural to you. And are you being inspired? Like, are you getting on podcasts, or are you getting on our team page? Are you looking at resources that we have? Because I know for me, if I'm not inspired, my cup isn't full. Even if I'm like reading a book or if I'm listening to a podcast, I want to make sure I'm paying attention enough to where it's going to, fill my cup, make my day better, start my day off good. So make sure you're being inspired. And I do want to touch on voice messaging a little bit, because I didn't do that for a very long time, and I was doing myself a disservice. Like, seriously. I've seen such a big difference when I started to do that, and it's scary, but it really will help your business, and it will help you. It's being brave, because not everybody wants to do that, and it's uncomfortable, but it's definitely helpful, and it's so much better because you're adding value to your business when you do that. And you want to do that. You want to make sure your business, you're treating it like a business. And being creative as well. For me, like if I want to post on my story, or if I want to share about weight loss testimonies, I just go to the customer page or the team page and look up testimonies before and afters and save them to my phone and share that, the power of the 3 steps and what they've done for people, because they can hear my story all day, but I always like to incorporate that and get like a background off Pinterest, or just put the picture up on your story and say something about it. That's really helpful. I wrote out my schedule yesterday, and I put down like what I'm going to do for each day, and like sharing someone else's story is really important for me. And that's something I'm going to start doing. I would do that like maybe like once or twice a month, guys. Like, I never really knew how important that was until like these last couple weeks. So I do want to share my experience without, sharing someone's story, sharing someone else's process on the 3 steps. That will reach your audience as well. And going live or hands-free, I do want to touch on that. I have a newbie that is really struggling with that. And it's really hard. But I always say, if you want to just do a video on your phone and then post it to Facebook, that's fine. And just redo it a couple times just until you can get the hang of it. And the more you do it, you're going to get off of there and you're going to be like, wow, that wasn't that bad. I survived. And you're going to know from the last video, you made such a big improvement. So give yourself grace to share your experience with the 3 steps every day. Get used to that. And your 5s list is important too. So I think that's it, you guys. I do want to say that this last thing, where was it? Oh gosh. Share your day, share your life, share about your kids, because my life is boring, but I still try to get as much things in on my story and my posts as I can. I'm at home all the time, but I still like to get little snippets of my day. Make sure people see that so that they can relate to it, so that they can reach out, ask questions or whatever. This is it. Make sure you guys follow other leaders that have been in this for the last couple years, because they have an idea of what attraction marketing is. And if you're unfamiliar with it and you don't know exactly how to share your story and be authentic, they more or less do. And you can get everything from their pages, get different ideas. It really puts it into perspective when you get on their pages and see, because they're all so different. And even their stories, like 12K and above, even 4K. I mean, just whoever you want to follow them. It will help your business a lot. So I think that's it for me, Em. I don't know if you have anything to say.
No, that was awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for those tips. I've been having a lot of questions about a 4th of July sale. I am assuming we're going to do one. Don't mark my word, but we do normally do one every year. Last year it was 15% off your entire order for customers and promoters. So that would be awesome if they launched that again. But again, I don't know. I haven't been told. So just look out for an email for that. Thank you guys for hopping on, and I hope that you have a very safe and fun 4th of July weekend. So we will talk to y'all later.
Okay.